Hey guys, welcome. Today we are going to be talking about 3 reasons why I bullet journal. So maybe you're someone like me where you've seen lots of cool videos on how to bullet journal, you've seen lots of pretty visually pleasing setups, and you love the idea of bullet journaling, you think you've got it, but maybe you're just kind of like, what's missing? Today I want to tackle that why. Why should we bullet journal? Why do I bullet journal? Most of the reasons I'm going to talk about today are reasons I started bullet journaling, but some of them I've learned along the way. So I am Krista. If you're new here, I am a mom of 2, soon to be 3. I've been a bullet journalist for 5 years. I love journaling. I love the creative process. And so let's tackle why I bullet journal. Reason number 1, and this is, I believe, why I started bullet journaling. Bullet journaling helps clear my mind. I like to think of a bullet journal as a planner and a journal in one. We'll talk more about that in a second. Because this bullet journal has space for me to plan, it also gives me space to brain dump. You've probably heard that word before. Brain dump all the things on my mind, the to-dos that I have, meal planning, ideas, thoughts. Honestly, with most of the thoughts in my head, sometimes they need to just get out, and that's all they need to do. They need to just get out, and I don't have to act on them. That's one of the great things about bullet journaling is you're forced to take time to reflect and think about all the things that you're writing down. And if you didn't finish it, you look back and decide, is this still worth my time or not? And like I said, sometimes you just need to write something down so that it gets out of your head, and then it makes room for maybe a new, better thought to come in and gives you clarity to focus on what you really want to be focusing on with your time, which we'll talk about again in a little bit. I like to think of the thoughts in my head as a garden. And in fact, I got this idea from my coach, Kaylin. She, in one of her podcasts, talked about how ideas are like a garden in your mind. And sometimes they grow and flourish, and sometimes they take a long time. And in the case of my garden, we had no AC for a week, and I was like, woohoo, little staycation. We stayed at a hotel, and it was really fun until like 5 days in, I was like, oh, I forgot about my garden, because I've been doing really good at watering it, and we were starting to get some tomatoes. Anyways, my garden has basically died, which is fine, right? Sometimes you plant things and put work into them, and still the idea dies, which is okay. I've learned it's okay. Our ideas that we want to see come to fruition, think of them like a garden. You gotta plant the seed, you gotta water it, you gotta work on it. That's why we do habit tracker. The main reason I think that I bullet journal is to clear my mind. It's when there's something in my head that I need to get out, I put it in my bullet journal, and then it's out, and I can free myself of that thought that I need to be freed from. Reason number 2, which is also one of the reasons I started bullet journaling, is it allows me to create. Now, there's kind of 2 parts to this creating with a bullet journal. You are creating the plans, right? It's a planner. So you're writing your plans down. You're creating, hopefully, a life that you're happy, proud of, excited to live. Secondly, you are creating something beautiful. Your journal itself is something to create. I love adding markers, colors, themes, which you can find plenty of those videos on this channel. You are creating a life that you want to live, and you're creating something that is beautiful but also captures that moment of your life. For example, a typical day in my bullet journal looks like I'll write down a couple important things that I need to do because it's clouding my brain, and then there's probably going to be some space at the end of the day, so I'll go back and I'll write down some of my favorite moments from that day, which generally tend to be I love to write down dinner time because one, my husband makes delicious food, but also two, like, that's precious family time for me. That's usually like a highlight of my day. So I'll just write down sort of like a highlight of the day, creating the plans that I want to complete. I'm journaling about them after I've completed them, and I'm making it fun and beautiful as I do it. At the beginning of the week is kind of when I add my color, fun, spice, but like the journaling side of it is also just as fun to me as like the marker and beautiful side of it. Whether you're doing the marker side of it or not, the journaling and what you're writing down is a creation. Okay, the third reason that I bullet journal, and now this is a topic that I'm really like reading about and researching right now, so this is like something that maybe I didn't start my bullet journal experience doing, but the third reason is bullet journaling helps you master your time. Time to me is such an interesting topic right now. I can't find the copy of the book that I wanted to quote, but I read a book this year called The Big Leap, and in it he talks about time, and he talks about the concept of Einstein time. We all want to get to this Einstein time. So before Einstein time, he kind of talks about the two main issues we have with time. Either we have too much time and we're bored, or we have not enough time and we're stressed and trying to fit everything in and thinking we can't fit everything in. But when you're operating on Einstein time, you embody the belief that you have exactly the amount of time for everything that you want and need to do. That was my interpretation of it. The want and need to do is something I'm tweaking or trying to decide. Is it really just what I want to do or what I want and need to do? So I'm thinking about that concept a little bit more. But time. I was talking about what a bullet journal is. It is a journal and planner in one. And the reason that I like to call it a journal is because I feel like it is a journal that is represented in the way we see time. We see time in days and weeks and months. So a bullet journal visually displays your time, and you can track exactly what you're doing with your time. When you start bullet journaling, you start mastering your time. You're deciding exactly what you want to be doing with the time that you're given. Your bullet journal can even be as specific as each hour in the day. What are you doing in each hour of the day? A lot of us have full-time jobs, or we are moms full-time, or maybe we have part-time jobs. These things all require time, but I choose to believe that we can dedicate as much time as we want to the things that we want and need to do. Those are the three reasons that I love to bullet journal. One, I want to clear my mind and focus on what is most important. Number two, I like to create a beautiful journal, create a beautiful life. Number three, I want to master my time. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And something that I'm also curious about, I'm really curious about time right now, but I'm also very curious about coaching. So something that has helped me kind of uncover these thoughts, these beliefs that I have, is I love coaching. I have hired a few different coaches and learned so much from them, and I am interested in starting coaching myself. I want to offer a couple free sessions, one-on-one sessions with me. If you're watching this video and you want to experience coaching with me, one, it would help me out because I just want to see how coaching is for me. And then two, I would love to discuss any of these three topics further with you. So if you're someone who's like, I need to clear my mind, let's do a free coaching call and let's talk about that. Or if you're someone who's like, I have a really cool idea, something I want to create, let's figure that out. Comment, send me a DM is actually the easiest way, a DM on Instagram. Or lastly, if you're someone who's like, I do not feel like I have any time, I want to start mastering my time, let me help you out with that. I would love to. So help me out, sign up for a free session with me. The best way to do that is to find me on Instagram at Created by Krista Kirky, and let's see what we can create together. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.